Hello, welcome back to Ninasknotscrochet. I'm Lynanne. This is a Whip Wednesday for July 27th, 2022. Thought I'd just pop in here real quick, show you what I've got working on. Got some projects, one finished, one half finished, one in progress, one in progress. So I have, crochet ADD. I bounce around from projects. I've always got more than one thing going at a time. I tend to get bored doing large projects, so I love to throw little projects in between doing the big projects, which makes things take forever to get done. But I can't concentrate on one thing and then move to the next one. I've always got to have multiple things. So today, my first project that I've got sort of finished. I'm through week 5 of the crochet along with the Crochet Crowd and Yarnspirations, Red Heart Yarns, ombre, the study of ombre Afghan. Week 5 was a really cool stitch. He called it the suspension stitch. It's really a very interesting stitch. It makes a really interesting texture. It's worked from the back side so that when you're working on the back side, the texture comes out on the front side. And if you don't like treble stitch, this isn't for you, but I enjoy a treble stitch and I enjoyed this project. I am really, really, really liking this project. I'm loving where this texture is going. I love the colors of this yarn are beautiful. I hate Red Heart yarn. It's very scratchy, but I have to say, I understand why people love it, because working with it, it doesn't split. It doesn't snag. It works on the hook really well. I haven't had any issues with it, catching on my hook or anything. I don't like the feel of it. So I'm hoping that when I wash it, it'll soften up. But this blanket is turning out absolutely gorgeous. And I love the colors. This medallion center is the color Sea Coral. Then the brown is called Cocoa. And then this is Scuba, which is the turquoises and the aquas and it's just really pretty. And I think this color combination is kind of summery and beachy and coastal, and I really like it. This week's tutorial, since it was the same thing for 5 rows, he didn't spend an hour doing each row. He said, okay, now go and meet me at the end. And I like that. We don't need an hour-long video for 20 minutes of instruction. And that's one of the things that I like about Mikey, that he doesn't drag it out and he doesn't take forever to get to where you're going, and trust that your skills are okay, but you can still rewind the tape or the video if you need to, if you missed something or if you didn't understand something, because he puts those countdowns in so you know where you can back up to. So I like Mikey's tutorials. I mean, I can see where I've made a couple of mistakes, but as the Amish say, there are no mistakes, just keep going. So, but I really like this, how this Afghan is turning out. I'm excited to see what tomorrow's round is going to come out looking like. So yeah, this is work in progress number 1. So we have this week and then next week, and then it'll be done. It's a 7-week crochet along. I really enjoy doing crochet alongs. I wish I could do more, but I have a tendency to lose interest. I wanted to do the Jada and Stitches Tunisian squares, again, I lost interest. And I think it's because the last crochet along of hers that I tried was the mile a minute blanket from last year. And no matter what I did, I could not get my strips to match up. I tried every way I could possibly think. I used the same yarn. I sat in the same chair. No matter what I did, they wouldn't match up. And I got really frustrated with it. And it's sitting in my closet in my scrap bin, never completed. And I feel bad because I love Jada. I love her style. I love her tutorials are fabulous. And I did learn the Tunisian techniques, but my squares were never the same. No, and same with the mile a minute. I couldn't get them to match up. So I lost interest in that, but not in Tunisian, as you can tell. I showed you this on Sunday. I finished this hat, and this was Tunisian by Tony at TL Yarn Crafts. So when I finished that, I decided I had so much of the yarn left over. I had almost a full ball of the color Riverside. It was a Hirschner's Antiquities collection, and the variegated color is called Riverside, and it's a number 4 worsted weight. So I did a Hooked by Robin scarf called the Black Stitch Scarf. And she used Picasso yarn for it, but I didn't have that. So I'll use this in the color Riverstone to make this, longer than my wingspan scarf. Oops. And I added fringe on the ends. Oh, come on. Why are you rolling? And this is a nice yarn. It's soft, it's squishy. The colors are beautiful. I think it matches the hat really well with the squares and the blacks. This set, I think, is either going to go to my daughter in Indiana, or maybe to Rose at Rose Likes Crochet for her wings project. If you don't know about Rose, check her out. She does a charity drive for an organization in Chicago called Wings, which is a domestic violence rescue group. That may be not the right term, but they help people get out of the situation and get onto a better life. And every month they look for homemade items. And September, it's hat and scarf sets, or hat and cowl sets, or hat and glove sets. They want sets, not just hats. So check out Rose's Facebook page or her YouTube channel, and it'll tell you what they're collecting each month. But I know in September it's hats and scarf sets. So that may go to her, or it may go to my daughter. Like, I'm in Florida. I don't need hat and scarves, but I enjoy making them. So, and I have my daughter and her family are in Indiana, and my son and his family in Michigan, and my other son and his family are in Indiana. So they get winter and they can have my stuff that I make. So, like I said, I really enjoy doing Tunisian. So I was taking a break from Big Blanket and other project, and I found this tutorial. Again, this is a Mikey, the Crochet Crowd. This one is another deep dive that I did. This is from 6 years ago. And it's called the Tunisian Ribbed Hat. And it's knit 2, purl 2, knit 2, purl 2, knit 2, purl 2, till you have a rectangle. Then you decrease to the top, sew it up, sew up the top. I put a pom-pom on, a fur pom-pom. They made a pom-pom out of the yarn that they used. I got this pom-pom from Amazon, but I made it I put the button on the inside and then the elastic loop around that. So if somebody ever needed to wash this hat, they can, you know, take the pom-pom off. Again, I did something because this was supposed to be a child size hat. My mannequin head is a 21-inch head. Yeah. No. This is definitely an adult slouchy beanie. Even though I did the child size pattern. Not that I'm complaining, it's okay. I mean, an adult can wear this hat. I love this color. This is the Lion brand Landscape Fusion that I got in some mystery bags. This color is called Washington Square. This is 100% acrylic machine wash, lay flat to dry, number 4. Use a 6.5 hook. Super colors, the gold, the mustard, the chocolate brown, the teal, and the cream. It's so soft and so squishy, and the hat is going to be nice and warm because it's acrylic. This is great yarn. I think they clearanced this out. I don't know if they even make it anymore. I know I saw it on their clearance site because I got a bunch of it in a different color that's more pinks and creams and corals that I want to make a sweater out of. And this will make a great sweater. So I made the hat and I thought, well, you know, I need to have something to go with it. So I started a scarf in Tunisian. Like, I literally started it this morning. And this is called the October Scarf by Mode Bespoke, a channel here on YouTube. I was flipping through her channel after I found this pattern, and it's an easy pattern, and her tutorial is fabulous. I've never done this technique before, that you make the stitch pattern on the return pattern. So when you're going forward, you know, purl, 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 then you go. I'm not a teacher and I'm not a good explainer, but where the upside down V is, you go in on one side and go on the other side for the 2 stitches, and then purl, 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 and then on your way back it's through 2, through 2, through 2, through 3, through 2, through 2, and that's what makes the design. And you can see it is a really nice design, and I thought it would look good with this ribbed hat. Makes a nice sturdy fabric so far, and again, I love this Lion brand yarn, this Landscapes Fusion. This is great. I'm sorry that they got rid of that because this is really, really nice, and the colors are so pretty. I'm using my big long Afghan hook in a size J. And I don't know, I love the look of Tunisian. It looks like knit, but it's crochet, and I think it's pretty, and I'm liking how this is turning out. This Mode Bespoke on YouTube, she has a lot of English speaking ones, but a lot of them are I think Spanish. I couldn't read the descriptions because they were in a foreign language, but her English is spot on, spectacular, no issues, and she's a really good teacher. And she'll tell you at the beginning of this one that I did, this October scarf, she flat out tells you, if you are a little bit of an advanced beginner, I'm going real slow, and she goes real slow. Shows you where the hook goes, shows you the upside down V stitches, how you go on one side and then the other, and how to come back. She's a really, really, really good teacher. I'm excited to explore her channel a little more and see what else I can find. I'll mention her in the comments below. But yeah, I enjoyed that one. So those are my, and then my last work in progress, as we know, is my sweater by Hey Carrie, the Forget-Me-Not sweater. I did finish one whole panel with the sleeves attached, and I have started the second panel, but I've only gotten this far. This is gonna be nice when I get done with it, but like I said, I got to the point where you're doing so much of the same stitch over and over and over and over again that I had to take a break from it. So I took a couple of days off to work on the crochet along, to do a couple of hats, and I'm going to get back on it today because I really would like to get this finished and be able to wear it. The air conditioning is just freezing in most places, so you always need something that's, you know, comfortable to throw on. I'm using the Lion brand Kubu in the color silver. I love this cotton bamboo yarn. It's not too hot, it's not too lacy, it has a nice heft to it, but it has that cool to the touch feel, and I think that's the bamboo in it. And I can't wait to get this sweater done. So I think I'm going to concentrate on it for a little while, and then use the Tunisian scarf as my wind down in bed while my husband watches TV project. Because that's, once you get the pattern down on that, it's pretty much mindless crochet. And you know, we're all about mindless crochet, especially at night. So that is what I've got going on. Hopefully this week's tutorial for the crochet along is just as interesting and just as beautiful. I'm kind of excited to see where that goes. Probably throw on another hat or two, maybe some bags. I don't know. I just kind of comes to me. I love to duck around the internet and Ravelry and check other people's YouTube channels and see what they're all working on and think, oh, I want to try that. I might, you know, find something super interesting that somebody else is doing and need to dive into that, even though I've got several other things going on. So that's all for today. I thank you all for stopping in and checking in. If you're new here, thank you for joining us. If you're a returner, thank you so much for coming back. Last I checked, I was at 97 subscribers. If by Sunday I have 100 subscribers or more, I will do a giveaway. I've got some yarn that I think would be great for a giveaway. So hopefully by Sunday I'll have reached 100 subscribers. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing and commenting. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. And until Sunday, be kind to everyone.